Not in the final edit.
Cut that out again.
Yeah, that's getting cut. Don't worry, this whole segment's getting cut.
I'm not in an episode.
It's literally just the horse thing, and that's it. Only usable part, and then we have to cut it because of the horse rights activists. We're like, how dare you only talk about their dick sizes?
Bunch of PETA fucks.
Okay, let's get back to your child. Here's
I love PETA. I'm a pedophile.
Hey, that's getting cut.
That's getting cut. No, I mean, I couldn't hear you.
Shut the fuck up. Dean, how do you know Sean?
Sean and I met doing some improv stuff in Bushwick. I think we both went to some jams down there in Bushwick.
Just started jamming together and then we jammed together.
Whoa.
Yeah, I met Sean in his attempt to stop being like a stand-up asshole and start being able to pretend to be like a fun improv person.
Yeah.
Harmless.
Yeah, well,
I have no edge.
I have no. You can't worry about me. No rough edges. Look at my face.
problem is I'm such a scumbag that every time I'm not on stage, I immediately just go to my phone and ignore what they're doing on stage. I'm not just fucking anything else but paying attention.
So much better than this.
I hate the fact I am like that, but I am just a tiny bit. And I'm not usually better. Some people I'm better than.
Okay.
Better than a lot of people. Better than most.
What, are you from New York originally?
No, I'm from Massachusetts, a town so small no one will ever know it.
What segment of the square?
Western Mass.
Oh, shit.
I'm from a town called Granby, which is a horse town.
Ooh.
Horse and buggy town?
A multiple horse town?
Yeah.
How many horses did you own?
I didn't own any, but there are 6 horse farms.
What was the name of the horse you took to prom?
Easy, I married her.
Chestnut, will you go to prom with me?
Can you imagine getting rejected by a horse for the prom and she bangs your best friend
Just
instead?
fucking trots off.
Trots off.
It's like an Olympic horse or something, so it's like it is a bug.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
dude, your horse bully won the Kentucky Derby afterwards, and you're still just a loser. You couldn't jockey for him.
you get nervous around him because he's just swinging dick. Like,
Just a horse in the locker room, but it's a literal horse.
Did you play any sports growing up?
Yeah, I did. I did a lot of I played soccer. Everybody there played soccer. I also did some wrestling. I did some fencing.
I don't think I knew you wrestled.
Yeah, I did some wrestling.
What'd you wrestle at?
I mean, back then I was a tiny little thing. So
Well, you used to be a cute little twink. I've seen the pics. Yeah.
A little sly thing. I could do like 135, but that was like me at my biggest.
I don't think I've been 135 pounds since I was 9 years old.
Is Granby named after the Granby, is the Granby roll named after Granby?
That is an amazing question. Okay, there's a move. I'm just gonna say this in case anyone no one will know. There's a move in wrestling called the Granby roll and the Granby counter, and sadly they're not named after our Granby. There's a Granby, Connecticut, 40 minutes away, and it's named after them. But I have lied to people many times in my life who know something about wrestling. I'll be like, I'm from Granby. Like, we got a really great wrestling coach. Like, we had a wrestling team. Granby Roll and Granby Counter are named after us. I'm like, who's gonna know?
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. I was going to go into a sketch as well. Yeah.
We're at the meet, and we're from Granby, Connecticut.
Yeah.
And we heard you've been claiming our move.
Right. Yeah. We go to Granby West. You go to Granby East.
Hey guys, excited to get out there.
Dean, I've been hearing you've been claiming the Granby role as your own.
Huh, ruler?
All right.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's not cool.
Yeah, man. That's our thing. We're Canetians and proud.
Guys, I have nothing, okay? I have nothing from this 2-bit town. Let me have this.
You guys got horses. We don't have horses.
Yeah, I've never even seen a horse.
I had horses like you had horses. I'd give up the Granby roll for the horse in a minute.
I would gladly trade you these shitting, neighing monsters that are around our town for one cool name.
Well, unfortunately, that trade is not going to happen.
It's declined. And how dare you use the N-word in front of us? Neighing? Are you kidding me? My father was a horse.
All our fathers are horses.
Yeah, all of our dads are horses.
My dad, I never told you this, Jared, but my dad's actually a donkey, and I've always felt incomplete because of it.
I always knew there was something wrong with you. Every time we would all go galloping after a wrestling meet, and you would just want to sit around and eat carrots. I knew you weren't right.
Yeah, it's also he's like 4 feet shorter than us, but like broad.
Yeah, you're just gigantic. I mean, you could hold a lot of things.
Don't you judge me, Granby Steeler.
Yeah, we're not done. We're not done with you. He's still my guy. You and I were having a separate thing after this, but right now is the only normal horseman wrestler that knows how the proper name for wrestling moves and where they come from. I'm mad at both of you now.
Hey, you guys got something better wrestling related than we do. Your town is where they came up with the term horsing around.
That is true. That is true.
It's the original wrestling.
Every time two young boys are going at it and their fathers say, hey, quit horsing around, you guys get a check for that.
Yeah, we do. That does fund our schools. We also, the thing where like you can say yay or nay, that's from us. We started doing that.
You got
That's
that?
you too?
Yeah, that's
That
us.
just makes me even angrier that you're taking our thunder.
I'm furious. I'm furious right now. I don't even know what we're going to do here.
I think we're going to take your singlet and we're going to make it
Make it
into
a dinglet.
dinglet. We're going to take our dingleberries and rub it up and down your crabs.
All right, listen, donkey. Let's take this out to the mat. Winner gets the other's phrases.
I agree to these terms. You can beat him, donkey.
I'm Donkey now? That's my nickname now? I can live with this?
Yeah, now you're a half donkey boy.
All right.
Yes or no, Eeyore?
Yay.
You can take this Seabiscuit fuck.
That was the button.
And 10 more minutes.
It's
We're
nice.
not going to actually wrestle, so where else can we go?
We could have animated some wrestling in. No, it's way too hard. I don't know. Us Irish, we don't have any cool terms.
Irish?
Yeah, I can't think of any Irish terms that are every day, like people use them.
That's because you're not really Irish.
Well, I don't know. I guess my name's Sean Barry. It's pretty close.
But you don't like,
No, I don't identify with anything.
you don't say schlancha.
I don't know. I don't. I don't even like Guinness that much, or Jameson.
See, I like it more than you do.
You probably do.
We probably have a bunch of terms. I'm Irish too. You could tell by looking at me. We probably have a bunch of terms, but they're probably all like
Yeah, we can tell you're Irish. I have to color balance out all the red.
The Irish sounds like Yiddish.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, like way back in the old days, old cultures just used to have like you talked from like the base of your
Because everyone's getting stabbed in
Yeah.
a second, so you got to talk with blood in your mouth.
Vikings are coming.
Yeah, everyone had tuberculosis, so it's just to get out any words. And they're like, why don't men communicate? Well, they all had tuberculosis, so they couldn't talk.
For the first 12,000 years of human history.
Exactly.
Have you been to the Emerald Isle?
No, I haven't. I have never really traveled much out of the United States. I'm very poorly traveled.
What's like the farthest distance you've gone from
I mean,
here?
I've done Canada and Mexico.
Okay, all right, that's not nothing.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've done the like.
distance-wise, Mexico is very far from Granby, Massachusetts.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I went to Cancun this year for the first time, and it's
nice.
unbelievable. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
didn't get a tan, I noticed.
No, this is me. This is me very dark.
Did you go with your lovely wife?
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, you married me too? Oh my god!
Hey. Hold on. Oh no!
You took your wedding ring off for this? Like,
You never knew who's gonna watch the pod. You know,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
put out
true.
mixed signals.
Sean told you we'd ask the jerk off question. You were hoping we'd ask if you'd jerk off, right?
Yeah.
Jerk off right now for us. It's a very different kind of podcast.
So you're a wife guy too?
She's in the other room, making enough money to pay for this rent.
Fucking same,
Yeah.
same, man. Yeah, got like a responsible, good, smart wife who
Yeah.
like lets you do this dumb shit.
Yeah, I had one of those for a little bit until she dumped me 3 weeks ago.
Sean saw her this morning.
I saw her this morning by accident. Yeah.
Tell me
by
about it.
accident.
Well, it wasn't like we planned to see each other. We were just both. I was running in the park, and she was going to. As I was leaving, she was coming in. We had a very awkward run in.
Yeah, you didn't mean to. You're just going going running in the park in front of her
Yeah.
building.
No, dude, I pull up in my car every night and drive real slow by her place. That's the move.
Jogging around her doorstep.
Just being like, yeah.
Oh, hey.
Hold on.
You look great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I just got some. Yeah, I'm working out real hard, Steph, babe. Working on these muscles over here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, sweetie. She did feel me up a little on the walk out. That's not true. We didn't hug because it was just like an awkward thing. So we both just kind of touched each other's arms like this as we walked away from each other.
It was to comfort each other for both of your heartbreak.
Yeah, pretty much. Mm-hmm. You know what I watched to cheer myself up? Manchester by the Sea. Speaking of Massachusetts, it's a film with Casey Affleck where it's just a depressed fest where it's his life after he accidentally burned all of his children alive. Spoiler alert.
Why would you watch that?
I don't know. Sometimes watching sad things make me feel better. I know it's fucked up. There's a heartbreaking scene where the movie is like he's a broken guy living as just a janitor in Boston, and his brother dies and he has to go take care of his nephew, and he has to go back to his hometown, and it's revealed that he used to be like a fun family guy, classic masshole dirtbag, but like kind of a charming one. He goes out to just like a pack of smokes to the local deli at late at night, and he put on a fire on the log, and it rolled out while he was out, burned all of his kids alive, and only he and his wife got out. And that's my pick-me-up movie when I'm depressed. And there's a scene where Michelle Williams, who's phenomenal in the movie, but she's not from Boston, but she dials up the Boston accent. She goes, my heart was breaking, and I know your heart was breaking too. And it makes me laugh every time. It's like the centerpiece of the film of their like emotional distress, but it's just the way, your heart was breaking too.
Our children are melting off their own bones. Like chowder. They look like clam chowder.
Yeah.
New England, not Manhattan.
There's not a lobster bisque in sight I can eat anymore because my kids are dead.
I'm crying right onto my Boston cream donut.
Bring me some Dunkin' napkins to wipe my eyes off with.
Morning, it runs on Dunkin'.
She's in Harvard. You're crying.
Full Harvard gear. This would be more accurate. They'd be like in Bruins jerseys.
True.
True.
It's crazy that there's Boston janitor became like such a thing. Like,
yeah.
That's weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a distinct personality, I guess. Because it's like it is both the Harvard, fucking educated, and then it's just a guy with the dirtiest beard, smoking cigs, wearing a Red Sox cap and a Bruins jersey, and saying, "Well, you want to."
But the New York janitor made it look cool. You know who I'm talking about? The coolest janitor in movie history, Dave Chappelle in Half Baked.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, he made me want to be a janitor, kind of. Not that I am one, but
you'd make a good janitor.
I've tried to get it. I can't get a job as a janitor. I'm not too.
It's a union job for a lot of places, right?
Really? I don't know.
What did he do that made it so cool? What was so sick?
I mean, he was just smoking weed and he was high all the time, and he enjoyed his simple life and made his money. And
I don't think that's cool anymore. This is a take. I'm trying to work on a stand-up. I think smoking weed's lame now. I think we've gone over the full threshold where if someone's like, "Man, you want to smoke weed?" I'm like, "No, man, I'm cool. I don't fucking smoke weed."
Yeah, but I think having low expectations for your life and being completely happy is pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess. But I don't know, I think there's a difference between having low expectations and having satisfied expectations. Like low expectations is like, well, it's gonna rain anyways. I might as well drink myself to death.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's as opposed to I have a nice 9 to 5 and I find the blissful joy in between. That's satisfied expectations.
I hear that though. I feel like that's a very like New Yorky sort of observation though. Like we have like a kind of cottage core dream scenario that like is not real. It's end of like a beautiful life sort of thing. If you're like, oh, if I wasn't here and miserable all the time, I'd have like a little kid and a fence and a yard, and I'd go home from my dumb job every day and just be happy.
I mean, the grass is always greener, right? We who work in creative fields trying to make it in that are like, man, all I want is like a nice house by a lake and a dog and a wife and a kid and and fucking a couple guys to play poker with on the weekend. And all those guys are like, I fucking hate myself, and all I want to do is go out and get wasted and trying to get pussy in Lower East Side.
See avant-garde jazz every night of the week.
Exactly. It's that, like no one is happy. I think that's the general rule of it's American ennui is like no matter what happens is you're just always dissatisfied.
I'm happy. I'm happy right now.
Yeah, me too.
Because I'm forcing myself to be right.
I'm generally happy. The fucking weather's getting nice. That's nice.
No,
Yeah.
I'm happy too. Yeah, I'm excited right now because I'm making myself smile, and that tricks me into thinking I'm happy.
100%. What's a happy super been, Dean?
Wow, amazing question. There's this thing in psychology that I think is called numinous experiences. If that's not it, it's close.
That sounds, yeah, I've heard of that.
And it's basically like, it's the opposite of trauma is the idea. Of like traumatic memory is like really just like take a bunch of your brain meat and you're like, you're going to remember this 1 million times, you know, like you farted in front of your class in 3rd grade and welcome to this memory every night for the rest of your life. And like numinous memories are like the opposite, and they're moments in your life, and we all have a few of them where like for whatever reason you're like so chill and happy where you are and like set that like you will remember those moments as like a thing of bliss.
I'm trying to think of one. What's a numinous moment for you?
I have one that I remember. That
First time you nutted inside a woman without a condom on.
When me and my 12 friends jerked off together. Showing up to this.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so numinous.
I remember one. It was. I'm gonna get fucking storytellery. It was snowing in my small town in Granby, and me and my buddy Brian were like playing around outside, and he goes and like runs off to like make a snowman or something else Norman Rockwell-y or whatever, and I like flop back into the snow and do like a snow angel, and then the church bells in the town start like going off, and there's just
ding dong dee, ding dong dee, ding dong dee. Dean, you gotta get back in. You gotta do your homework, honey.
get inside, you little son of a bitch.
Oh, you little pussy boy! What, you wanna make snow angels? I'll beat that right out of you.
Like snow fruities.
This little snowflake's gonna play football like his old man.
No son of mine's an angel.
What do you think that was symbolic of to you? Like what?
I think it was just kind of the peace and like childhood. There was no requirement on me at all in that moment. Like it was very the like church bell, almost like kind of Buddhist sound over everything. My friend playing and like having fun, and I'm just laying in like white snow over me and gray sky, and yeah, it was almost like whatever those little tubes, those little pods that like rich people go into.
Oh, like flotation tank?
Yeah, the deprivation chambers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My life was a real life deprivation chamber for a minute, and I just remember like even as a 10-year-older being like, I'm happy. Like this is nice.
This is nice.
Yeah.
Hasn't happened since.
Hasn't happened since. That was my peak.
I got one.
Yeah.
So in high school in senior year we did this like hippie program, and me and my buddies, my new friends, we went on a sunrise hike up Turkey Mountain in northern Westchester, and I forgot who picked me up. We just went there in the darkness, like 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m. We hiked up this mountain in the dark and watched the sunrise, and then went to school together, And that was pretty nice.
That's pretty nice.
That like Bond moment, like Stand By Me level of
In
like,
the night
Yeah.
is young.
And also just like the feeling of, it's very easy to flake on something like that, because 4 a.m. on a school day, no one was asking us to do this, and we just did it to be with each other and like experience something together for no other reason.
Yeah, that's nice. Here's one for me.
You can see his like comedy mind, like finding the path to bit. Yeah, that's good. Just a full.
Right here, right now. I'm feeling it. Yeah, that's
Right now? Is that what you're gonna say?
No. The most I think is it was my senior year in college. It was a party day called Kendall Day, and we're just drunk and we're playing softball together. Just a bunch of boys just getting together, playing one last game before we had to go off to adulthood. It was nice.
That is nice.
It was nice and serene.
A little softball.
Yeah, a little softball. I was drunk, so maybe that had something to do with it. But still, I think in concept it was a nice little, just basically ever just rolling on the bases and stuff. Yeah.
All of ours are kind of from a similar sort of like as
Friendship.
boys.
Friendship.
Yeah, no, I do think there's no better time in your life. It's like just before every kid gets horny, like that, like just before that, where you're old enough that you're like kind of smart enough to know how to do things and know what you want to do, but like you're young enough where you don't see a breast and instantly go into feral, you know? Like it's just like your boys are just like, yo, dude, let's play some fucking Yu-Gi-Oh real quick, and then it's not you guys getting up together to jack off together.
Right. There's no objectives. It's not meant to build to anything.
It's just that I want to hang out, you know?
Yeah.
And now it's always something, you know?
It's always fucking something.
Yeah, it's like it sucks so much. It's like even when you're hanging out with your friends and people you know, you have to like, I don't know, make content out of it, like record it, some fucking bullshit.
That's why I love surfing. Is because I'm not trying to be a pro surfer. I just go out there. And me and the ocean and my friends and Sean hasn't gone with me yet.
They've gone. I went with you. I guess it's 2 years ago now. Shit.
We went surfing?
Yeah, remember we went to the Rockaway? I got super sunburned.
No.
All right, well I did. That was the thing that happened. Yeah.
You said your friends. You have sea friends.
Yeah, he hangs. Yeah, Andrew's a sea man who hangs out with his sea friends.
Yeah. No, I just encourage my non-sea friends to go surfing, and then I teach them how to surf, and then I feel great at surfing because they don't know what they're doing.
Right, you like the superiority.
Yeah, this giant microphone.
Yeah, always got to feel bigger than somebody somehow. The rest of the time you feel small.
Yeah, I do feel small. I've always been a tiny, tiny boy.
Oh, are you? We're sitting down, so I can't tell.
I mean, I'm like 5.
You're not that small.
7.5.
5'7", 5'8".
But you know, I was small as a
Dean's
kid.
deceptively tall.
Yeah. What are you, 5'10"?
Yeah, but for performers, that's 5'10" is 5'3".
It was like sitting down, you're like, oh, he's like a 5'8" guy, but when you see him, it's like, oh, he's pretty big, pretty big boy.
Just length out, you know. Yeah. No, I had a improv team for a while where everyone else in it was 6'2".
Oh God!
And I was like, this sucks. Like every show, I'm being labeled as like the short little guy. I'm like, I am normal. I am fully normal.
You're above normal. 5'10"'s above normal.
This is a very good height to be. I'm well heighted. I feel like sometimes I have very tall friends. I'm like, I'm 6 foot, and I feel short sometimes. I'm like,
You're not. You're 5'11".
5'11" and 3/4. It's the worst day of my.
Well, I'm 5'9.5", and I absolutely jumped under 5'10" to be like, yep, exactly.
5'7.5".
No question.
In my head, if I lose all the weight, I'm gonna gain an extra like half-inch of height. It's my fat gut. It's been holding me. It's like gravity's dragging me down.
So your arches are flat. They'll pop right.
Yeah, everything's gonna. Yeah, once everything's deflated, I just go up a little bit.
Feet pops, his spine lengthens out. His
I genuinely kind of believe that.
Do you remember those things we had as kids? They were like inverted bouncy balls, half bouncy balls, hollow half bouncy balls.
Oh, kind of. They'd be in like the machines. Sometimes you'd put.
Oh yeah, I know.
And they would pop out and fly everywhere.
Yeah, those are cool.
I haven't seen one of those in 10 years.
Do like kid vending machines still exist? Like I know regular like food ones, but I mean like the toy ones. I haven't seen one of those in ages.
I think they do. Probably less so in New York City, though.
Yeah, I guess I don't hang around kids a lot, so yeah.
Yeah, this is probably a situation of we're no longer the demographic. Not that it doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Although, speaking of a little thing, I was listening to the radio on the way in here for the first time.
Radio's nice.
It was really weird.
Yeah.
Like, first time listening to radio, 15 years, and they have gone fucking wild. Like, the station had no identity. It wasn't like a fucking classic rock.
Classic rock.
Yeah.
Or today's top 40 100s.
Yeah.
You know.
It's Jeebus in the Biz.
Yeah. Yeah.
They played what do I remember? They played a song from Wicked. They played a Doja Cat song.
Okay.
They played they played a Dolly Parton song. It was like full-blown shuffle. There was no concept.
It's a For You page.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah,
Without an algorithm.
Yeah. Well, I think all the radio stations are bought up by like one company at this point. I think it's one of those, or it's just like fuck it, just put out whatever. They're just squeezing the last lifebloods out of radio itself. Just like, who the fuck uses the radio?
Yeah, they literally just like connected an iPod from 2004 and just hit shuffle and walked away from that station.
Just no curation whatsoever. That sucks. But actually, it used to be a good way to like discover music, as opposed to now it's just like whatever the algorithm pushes to you now like, and you just gotta hope it's good.
I was listening last night, and there was something I'd never heard before. Well, I don't know what it was, though.
Sing it to us.
It was like ambient. It was ambient klezmer music, basically.
Klezmer
music. Go on. What is that?
It's like Eastern European Jewish music, like a little fiddle, a little bit of clarinet, you know. You never heard Klesner?
No.
They didn't have music in Granby, Massachusetts.
We hadn't invented that
They
yet.
don't have Jews there.
Yeah.
We absolutely do not.
They allowed dancing in this town. They did not allow music, so they had to dance to silence.
Crickets.
It's the worst version of Footloose.
I legit no Jews. There's no anything but like a million bland ass white people. Hey Granby.
miss you every day.
Yeah.
It was better back then.
No, I didn't meet somebody who was Jewish until I went to college. I didn't meet anybody who. I mean, I met black people, but I didn't have any friends or anything that were anything other than white people. Until
Where'd you go to college?
University of Massachusetts.
All right.
UMass.
Boston? That's in Boston?
There's one in Boston. There's one in Amherst.
Oh, okay. I've been to Amherst.
I got recruited for UMass Amherst.
You did for wrestling?
Football.
Football.
Foosball. Yeah. Did not play for him. So I didn't want to live in fucking Massachusetts. No, I was like, I'm not gonna be a bench warmer for that school. I'll go be a bench warmer for my school.
That's cool though. Even making it to that level of athleticism.
Yeah, I got it's a lot of things I could go back and all these big schools contacted you to look at. They have a little thing for recruits, a draft page. It's Princeton once looked at me. Fucking Princeton actually was boy, if you weren't fucking a moron, we would totally have you on this football team.
Wow.
They were the guy's I remember I was at this football recruiting camp for offensive linemen. The guy loved me. He's like, dude, your handwork, everything's great. I was like, man. And I sent him my thing. He's just he's just one of those. That's gonna be a hard sell to everybody. That nice 84 grade point average.
Right, you got to get that tackling percentage up.
Yeah,
we need you to.
Dude, we need you to get 3 inches taller so I can really sell this to people. Where you can go to Princeton. I wouldn't want to go to fucking Princeton.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those. I'm I don't want to go to any Ivy League. It's just what's the point? Other than job. Yeah.
Lifelong connections of being on the inside baseball
being
for
in the
everybody.
1%.
I guess that's the reason why to
Being
go.
rich, probably having a super hot wife, and
All right, I can get those last 2 things eventually. Probably. Maybe.
that clip is now being played at the 20th anniversary of this podcast. You 40 years from now, things are gonna work great.
Yeah, he's just still saying, every day. It's gonna work out this time. I hope. I'm turning 30 in September.
I'm gonna be your hot wife. You're his accountant telling him he's broke. Okay.
I got the hot wife. All right, that's halfway
I'm
there.
your hot gay wife.
What's your name?
Trudy.
Trudy. Okay.
Hi, Mr. Barry. Thanks for coming in.
Good to see Mr. Finkelschmitz.
Thank you. I don't want to mince words. Mr. Barry, you're broke.
We're broke?
I'm sorry, what?
You're broke.
I'm sorry, what?
You have no more money.
Wow.
Honey, is this true? What's happening?
What happened, Finkelschmitz?
Well, it turned out that some of the Nigerians that you had me sending money to...
Dashiki and Dashuki.
As it turns out, they weren't princes at all. There was no monetary return on that.
You know Prince?
Yeah, they said they were friends with Prince, and they were going to invest in this new massive coup coin, and it was going to make our yieldings even higher.
Yeah, Mr. Finkelschmitz.
I gave him $284,000, every dollar I had, so we can become millionaires, honey.
And Trudy, I'm afraid that money's gone.
But I only got one side of my breasts done. I was going to get the other side because...
I'm sorry about that, Trudy. You'll have to go back to being a doctor. Trophy wife is no longer an option.
Jesus Christ, honey, I'm so sorry.
I was a doctor of astrology, and I gave it all up for you.
Honey, why? You made the right choice. You made the right choice. I'm going to fix this.
You said I didn't have to worry, and now I'm going to have to go back.
You don't. How much is my life insurance? How much is my life insurance, Finkelschmitz?
$100 million.
Now they're even again.
Wait, you shot yourself and then delivered the button?
No, I shot my tit off.
Okay.
I shot the one tit implant I had.
The little, what's left of your little neck cord. It's check, please.
All right.
Yeah, it's going to work out for me. Dean, you have 2 cats.
I do.
Yeah. All right. I was at a place yesterday, and they had 25 cats.
That's insane.
What's the most amount of cats you think you could handle in your house?
Ooh, okay. Right. 1 cat, great. 2 cats, great. They can play with each other. 3 cats, fine.
Okay.
Like,
All right. Now we go up to 4 cats.
4 cats, too many
But
cats.
you guys have it upstairs and downstairs, so it's like a pretty nice place. And you have a backyard. One could be an outdoor cat.
But I needed a story even for 3. At 3, there was just that space in the conversation where people would be like, "You have 3 cats," and you'd be like, "Yes, but listen, why?"
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
I'd give a spiel, you know.
All right, now we're
Say
going-
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can say that.
You can say spiel.
See, everyone loves Jewish language, but they hate what we're doing to Palestine.
Oh, that's our next question. Dean, Israel versus Palestine. Who you got?
Free Palestine, obviously.
That was the wrong answer, actually. For this.
Sorry, this podcast is over.
They're deplatforming. They control the media. We told you that. Arrested.
I just ordered a used like tobacco pipe, because that's my new hobby that I'm starting to smoke is tobacco pipes.
Is looking like a particular kind of guy that you are. That's your new hobby.
You want to become Finkelschmitz.
My new hobby is I hold a pipe and wear a shawl.
but I ordered it from I ordered it from eBay, but because like the seller was that it was made in Israel, and I'm like, yes, I support Israel, and I'm gonna smoke this Israeli pipe.
Whatever makes you happy, buddy.
Okay, let's debate this in a comedic way, in as silly a way.
We'll make this horrible rampaging atrocities funny for everybody real quick. All right.
No,
we do have 1 Jew and we have 1 Dean.
Sean, you ref.
I'll ref like a good American does.
As I feel like the Irish are often also kind of.
Well, we were oppressed too.
Pro-Palestine.
Yeah. They're pretty sympathetic to most.
Generally
you see
revolutionary.
Jews, and then you just see the British, and that's what you see there.
It's really the British's fault for all these things, and I feel like not enough of us have banded together to take the British out.
Yeah, as a Jew with lots of Israeli family, I blame the British too.
Yeah.
I blame the British too, because they've played the Palestinians and the Jews off of each other.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no question that, I mean, I don't even need to do Britain, that America, we all, whatever identities we're sort of like vaguely gesturing at, we're all American, and this is America's fault, no question. I mean, we are a militant hegemony, and, you know, we make fucking puppet states fight each other for control all over the world.
Yeah.
That said,
Wrong.
Bernie lost for a reason.
fuck. All right, I'm in your house. I'll accept your rules for now.
No.
There's a big triple X like Family Feud board that comes behind me.
3 Jewish stars.
I was never gonna win this, was I?
That's a Star of David for me. That's
All right, let's move on.
Racial purity.
All right, let's move on from that. Let's talk
That was
about
pure racial.
Let's go to Nickelodeon. How do you feel about all the Nickelodeon kids being molested?
I mean,
I think it's
are you
hot.
pro this too?
Yes. I think it's hot. No one was hurt. No one was
the podcast.
No one was actually molested except for Drake. I'm against that, obviously.
Drake Bell, not Drake.
Drake, both of them, they both got molested.
Yeah.
Anti. I'll take up anti.
What's wrong with the lady squeezing a potato? Underage lady squeezing a potato.
The podcast is called Argue the Easiest Point.
Our guests always win.
No, I mean, it's fucking crazy. But, like, I guess my real feeling is that, like, most people don't seem to be aware, and it's, like, slowly dripping in. Like, all of Hollywood, everyone who's a success there, they're all fucking sex nightmares.
Yeah.
There's no celebrity who is not. None of them are normal people.
Yeah.
Like, they're never gonna be.
What about the movie The Sex Nightmare Before Christmas?
That's good.
We go to Hollywood Town instead of
He's Jack Bonington, and he comes in and he makes love to fucking the kid.
a dead underage kid. She's been dead for 38 years. She's above age. She looks like she's 4, but
If we didn't fuck that up, Sex Nightmare Before Christmas could have been a good clip.
yeah, well, we can do take 2.
Yeah, we can now. Yeah, we can always reshoot it. All right, now.
We'll pitch on it for
No. All right, entertainment's bad. It's a bad hole. But why are we in it? Dean, why are you in entertainment?
Sort of accidentally, in a way. Like, maybe the most narcissistic thing I think about myself is that I don't really need people's like support and affection from an audience. I feel like that's a thing a lot of like performers have, and I really don't. I don't need that from them. But I do want to make things and, you know, make good stuff and make stuff that people like and whatnot. So I do need to be in front of them enough to figure out what works and what doesn't, and to, you know, just kind of carve yourself into something that knows how to make stuff that's good. Yeah. So I sort of do it almost as like punishment or workout, you know.
It's the editing process.
Yeah. None of us are good day one. Nobody's good day one.
No, black guys are usually pretty good day one.
That's true.
I mean, they're funny, but writing sometimes.
All right, fine. Every time I've ever seen a black guy go on, this is my first time, and I'm always like, fuck, he's already so fucking good. Yeah. It's every time. It's just like they just know how to be on stage easier, I guess. Just like it's just like every time I see, I'm like, fuck, already better than me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this thing is not a meritocracy in any way. Like
No.
if stand up or whatever were a meritocracy, it would only be like black 20-year-olds who do it.
I would love to see like a comedy class where it's just a bunch of white people like being taught how to do stand-up comedy by a black guy who's like done it for
doing the like
month.
fucking the stool routine, teaching them the like arsenal.
You just gotta
you know?
stop being such a bitch.
Yeah.
He uses like every slur in the book, but somehow it's okay.
Yeah.
It's like,
Say the N-word.
say it. It gets a laugh every time.
Yeah, doing the bit where they're just like telling you about somebody they fucked last night, but like it's still worth raw charisma. It works.
Yeah, it's like, fuck, dude. If I tell anybody how I had sex, it's not funny.
How do you teach charisma? Can you teach charisma? Teach me.
Great question.
Make me charismatic. Like me.
We cut forward an hour and you're like,
Hey,
full head of hair.
Yeah, he's fucking Fabio now.
Fucking 6'2".
I'd say popping the chest hair out is how I get my charisma, honestly.
Pop that belly button out,
Yeah,
babe.
pop the belly button back out.
Yeah, I don't have any of that.
Yeah,
Like
you never go low,
Yeah.
but I go high.
Have you always not cared whether people liked you?
Like that's a good question. I was a much more confrontational, like youngin. Like I'd say generally people didn't like me for a long time, and like you just kind of vibe with that. Like I also come from a sort of confrontational like house, so like I kind of brought that energy.
Oh, a Massachusetts household's confrontational? You don't say.
That's like the open mic circuit.
Yeah.
It's like, that sucked. Say something better.
Say something better. What are you doing up there? You make breaking your Uncle Paulie's heart. My Boston is Italian. Yeah, I don't know. I brought some of that energy in and like, you know, only figured out how to kind of remove that by the time I was doing like, you know, more comedy stuff that like, oh, people don't like not liking me. Like I can't like Dave Attell it or something and like just be aggressive on stage.
Is Dave Attell aggressive?
I feel like he does a thing where he'll kind of like dig into this thing of like that he has that strong I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Does.
It's like a different kind of aggression. You know, like it's not like I'm trying to think who's like a real aggressive comic.
Dice,
like a dice man. Hey, hickory dickory dock. Fuck, he still kills. It's always funny, man. He rhymes some words. That's funny. That's hilarious.
I went on Cameo for the first time the other day just to see what that situation was.
Yeah.
And like every other person, like real celebrities are like, you know, $50, $100 for like a message. Dice Clay, $1,000. $1,000, number one with a bullet.
Okay, Dean, this is what I want you to do. I want you to coach us to have a Dice style over the top voice. Not Dice, obviously our own thing, but like coach us in a unique way.
No, absolutely understood. Right, you can't just do Dice. You have to find your own, what I call inner Dice. Right? So we all have somebody that we want to be. Who might that be for you?
I got this coin. I'm gonna flip it up and down. I'm gonna do it like a big thing where I flip it over for every joke. I think that's gonna be. I'm like, ready, heads or tails, butthole.
That's something.
Thank you.
This guy's already got it.
Yeah.
And what kind of might that be for you? Your idea of charisma.
I just want to talk real low and get real high. I really I love Palestine.
Well, I like the message. It's obviously correct, but I feel like the character needs some work. You know, like maybe only low or I don't know.
Only low.
Here, so you flip
I'm
a coin.
bisexual. I'm a Gemini. You know, I'm so I got the duality. I got the stark dualities going on within me. So
I want to change I want to talk like a frog guy now.
Let me see it.
When Israel attacks Palestine, I don't really care for that.
Jump away, Jews.
Jumping around.
I'm calling my cousin. He books. You gotta hear this.
Oh yeah.
You're on.
Ribby. I'm the frog man.
Honestly, keep it.
It is better than what you do.
I'll just become the frog guy. Oh yeah, all right, this is who I am now. I'm gonna do the rest of the bar just like this.
The views. Like, you can't stop.
Andrew, I'm too big for you now.
Sean just blew up and left me behind. But this is Sean and Andrew Blow Up.
Oh yeah, we didn't do the intro.
Today we got Dean. I don't even know your last
My
name.
last name's Ruel. Dean Ruel.
Dean Ruel. Is that your real last name? That's a badass last name.
Thank you.
That's why earlier in this game when I said Dean Ruler to insult them.
But I need more help on my persona.
You want to go back into the bit?
I was serious. I need help.
Intro the podcast. Back in.
No, we're restarting the
Kill
pod
the energy.
now.
Kill the momentum.
Let's do all the same
More
stuff
about
before.
me. More focus on me, Dean.
Okay.
I need your attention.
Sorry, I'm a comedic genius and I came up with frog guy.
No, I got nothing.
It's all right, man. I don't got anything either in the real world. Like, you know, I just talk to the mic like any other fuck.
Yeah, no, it's not anything. Are you still doing your D&D podcast?
Technically, like, I put out one episode every, 6 months.
I remember that was like a year ago. You asked me for advice and help on that, how to get out of the podcast.
I want to play D&D.
It's great.
Oh, yeah.
Let's play right now. We roll this pick.
Right.
You all right. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I really want to show you this stuff. I know we wanted to play for a little while.
Anytime.
I'm excited too.
And so Frogman, your two characters, he's a frog,
Ribby.
and Prince Gino walk into the tavern. A wizard asks you for your help. What do you do?
I say, what do you need at me, baby?
I say, do you like Israel or Palestine?
All right. That's a charisma check. Frogman, he really likes your style, and he asks if you will undertake.
Some people got that riz, I got that ribby.
And Gino, he doesn't know what you're talking about because this is a different world and a different land.
Okay. Do you like the orcs, the blue orcs, or the red orcs?
I like that it was your instinct to identify the people doing the genocide as orcs. You do know somewhere in your heart.
No, they're both orcs. They're both orcs.
Both orcs.
All right. Sorry, guys, I got out of the game for a second. The wizard asks you to take on his noble quests and help save a town on the frontier. They're starving, they're dying, and they need your aid.
Ribby.
You are hilarious, but your comedy alone won't save them.
Okay, what we do is we send them a lot of weapons.
They're armed now. We cut to a week later. It's a fully militarized village, but they still have no food or water.
I bring in an arm. We start raining frogs, a la End of Magnolia style.
And French people who can tell them how to cook them well.
And they are French. They're fantasy French.
Yeah, they're French orcs.
Yeah. They start eating them. They chop at the frogs and consume them wholesale.
They're like, oh, the frogs are delicious. I still do not understand Paul Thomas Anderson's distinction with these.
I do not know if these frogs are a simulacra of frogs, but I will eat them regardless.
This is a numinous moment for me. I've never felt so complacent and satisfied with my friends eating frogs in the park.
All right, it seems like you might have solved it. Let's roll. A nat 1, a rock falls and it crushes you. I'm sorry. All right, great work, you guys. That was fun.
Damn. I love D&D.
That's what it is. That's exactly
It is basically what it is. Just You come up with an idea, then Dean decides whether or not it was good or not.
It's just my little kingdom.
I'm the dungeon master, and I got all these fun ideas.
All right, Dean, I wanna ask you something very personal. How did you and your wife meet sexually? Where did you find sexual common ground?
We had a protracted negotiation. I argued some of the fine points. You know, she gave. Actually, we met on Tinder, which is where everybody meets for sex.
Not me.
Not you.
Not me.
Bumble only.
Field.
Actually, I'm a field guy. Yeah.
Raya only on that side of the table.
God, I would love to get done, Ryan.
What is your fetish? What is a fetish?
Oh, I just like having people tell me I'm nice. That's my fetish.
It's a
Just,
very nice frog.
yeah, I'm a very nice frog man. That's no. I just just tie the ladies up.
You tie people up?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know shibari?
No, I just use just fucking basic square knots like in the Boy Scouts.
And then you just do it as dangerously as possible.
Yeah, no, I've broken so many arms. I'm just snapping them left and right.
Amputee, baby.
Yeah.
Why do all your girlfriends have one arm?
Yeah.
Yeah, he says that his girlfriend broke up with him because it was like, oh, his issues. No, she's still can't get her fucking legs free.
She got fired because she couldn't get to work.
Yeah. Like,
Waddling in.
I gotta go, yeah. You just see her walking down the street in a fucking wheelchair, just full casket, arms and legs, bro.
How far into the relationship did you know this might be my wife?
So back at the time, I was sort of a fuck boy. Honestly, that was like my vibe.
He used to be hot. He has pictures.
I can prove it. Yeah, I used to be okay looking, and so I was not at all in the market for like a real thing at all.
He was looking for love in all the wrong places.
You're preparing to end with the song. You always end with.
Don't worry. All right. Keep going. Keep going.
But what I do remember is literally first date. You know, first date is great. It's amazing. And I remember the morning after. I didn't know what it was at the time, but like it's probably right away because the morning after I remember thinking like I want to see her again. Like I want to see her today.
Wow.
And I never experienced that before. Of like I was with this person 8 hours ago. And I want to see them again as fast as possible. And it took a little while to figure out what that was. You know, it was probably like a month before I was like, oh, I'm like fully, you know, snowed. I'm totally in love. Like I'm
She
done.
Grammy rolled you.
Grammy rolled.
Grammy rolled you hard.
And she knew what it was named after. It's like it's a Connecticut move. You masshole bitch. Have you guys ever been in love? Would you say?
Just recently fell out of it, actually. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, I mean, I'm married. I married the love of my life, and we're
Nice.
still together. And she berated me horribly this morning after I told her, "Hey, we don't put dirty dishes in the sink."
Yeah,
That's not where they go.
yeah.
And that was literally what she snapped at. Well, this is my. Tell me if I'm completely crazy here, okay?
I mean, you are.
But listen,
That is where they go. But go on.
no, but listen, our faucet has filtered water, so if it goes all the way to the right, it goes filtered, and then the filter is supposed to last 6 months. 3 months in, it runs really slowly, like a thin trickle of filtered water. So you have to, if you're gonna fill up a jar like that, or even a big cup, it's gonna take a minute. So I like to put the thing in the sink and then turn it on and let it be, and then I'll check my phone, I'll do what I have to do, and then come back. But if there's lots of dishes in the sink, I can't do that. So my request is don't leave the entire bottom of the sink full of dishes. We have a dishwasher. That's where you can put that in.
Oh.
Israel Palestine.
As Andrew's second wife, I'm on Team Frankie. You're fucking put as many dirty dishes as you want in there. It's a sink.
No, we had the dishwasher.
You're wrong.
I do like you trying to get recorded evidence that your side of the argument was right. This is a very, like, you've been married 12 years moment. You're like, watch this. You put on your podcast.
We're all masturbating and we're saying I'm right.
No, it's
You got to get one of those acids on it. I see little ads for that. There's some kind of, like, little bowl of acid you can put up to the faucet that makes it
That's not the faucet, it's the filter underneath. But this is the other thing. We have a whole dishwasher to put things in immediately and it'll clean it.
No, I'm with her. She works hard and she wants to just not think about it for a little bit.
She pays for most of it.
Yeah.
She can do whatever the fuck she wants.
Yeah.
The rest of this podcast should be us trying to fix your
relationship.
I'll go for the sink. That's a bit much.
All right, this is what I want to do, though. I want to end on a song called "This Is Hollywood." This is Hollywood. This is
Hollywood.
Give us a beat.
This is Hollywood, I roll into town. I see Harvey Weinstein, I have a frown. So does he, because he hasn't been touched on his gangrenous penis in a minute. So I grab it, then I just put some spit on it. He promises me I can be in a big film. I say, okay, thank you very much, Mr. Weinstein. This is totally worth it.
Yeah. Hollywood town. This is Hollywood. This is Hollywood. Guess what? You shouldn't go. This is Hollywood. This is Hollywood. You want to be famous. Slow your roll. You shouldn't need that. Other people loving you. Guess what? That shit isn't true. You shouldn't try and be famous. You should just try to be you.
This is Hollywood. This is Hollywood. How dreams come true. My dreams came true. Yours will too. You just gotta believe in self in you. Ribby, 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 rabby, roo. Hollywood can be good for you.
All right, this has been Sean and Andrew Blow Up. Thank you
so much. Dean, do you have any plugs to plug?
Yeah.
Nah, fuck it. Follow me on Insta, Dean Ruel's Insta. That'd be great.
Check out Rent a Friend.
Yeah,
Instagram
Rent a
is
Friend.
the improv group.
Hell yeah.
Follow me at Sean Berry Comic, or maybe just Sean the Frogman Comic. It's
Ribby rocks.
Ribby rocks.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for doing it, Dean.
Dean, thank
for
you so
having
much,
me.
buddy. Appreciate it.
Israel rules.
No! Pre-Palestine!